right, guys, this is just one of those days that will humble traders, especially if you are a counter trader who says this has to go down. It has to go down. It actually doesn't. So in the briefing this morning, one of the things I talked about, just to go back, is here on this London, right here, it took the RTH low and started laddering. And I drew in this trend line. And I said, okay, it's laddering up. It grabs the liquidity from the RTH low. That might be all it wants to do. This morning video, I also said that this pullback we've had is now in a really good place, in my opinion, to start going back up. And boy, did it do that today. So today, our core strategy entries would have been long here. In fact, one of our traders took this long, and unfortunately, he knows what I'm going to say. He didn't keep one contract back. When it went up, he was long 20 contracts. And I said, keep one back at break even. And when it came back into here, he went, hey, I'm all out. And we had talked about keeping it back because you never know what if this thing goes today. You're already in a trade at a fantastic trade location. This was against the opening. It was against the overnight high. It was a 30-minute fair value gap. It was perfect to keep one little contract back. And I know he knows, so I'm not picking on you. I'm really not, my friend. But this is where we say, I don't know how far anything is going to bounce. I don't know. The job is to keep back a runner. 60 points there. So, yeah, that happens. And then the next long would have been right here on that candle. Then there was a short right here. But do you want to take shorts in an uptrend? Do you want to take shorts in an uptrend? You can. If you want to, you can. I took 2 or 3 of them today. But if you do, how do you manage a counter trade? What are some of the rules if you're going to counter trade? What's the very first rule? Well, first of all, we have a saying in our group that trends are hard to break. The trend was up. I told the group the play was either long or flat today, period, end of story. And at my quitting time, I chose flat as what I'm going to be until I come back in the afternoon. So first rule is no, trends are hard to break. You're probably going to be wrong. This needs to be a scalp and not a turnaround trade. You can keep a runner there, and that's okay. But realize it's a scalp. Take your 1 or 2 points and be done. Next rule, never ever add to a loser. Do not add to a loser, do not add to a loser, do not add to a loser. Do not move your stop loss, do not move your stop loss, do not move your stop loss. And require there to be a backup level. Now, if you trade the break, well, that is kind of your backup and you're just 2 points beyond the latter point. And then you had this long right here from a front side. Boy, that one would have paid as well. And then up, 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 up. Geez, look at this. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. So beautiful trades. Today was 6 for 6 in our core strategy. 1 was short, 5 were longs. And when you are having a strong trend, you have to make the decision. Am I going to counter trade? Now, I made counter trade at a couple locations, but really small, like 1 MES size. Okay. I took this short here, and I took this short here. Those are the trades I took. I can't long after 13 ladders up. I just don't do it. But what you have to learn is don't stand in the way. Take your trade at a highly strategic location. I want to put on that 30-minute trend line right here. Okay, so this morning I drew out for you a 30-minute trend line. And I told you when price got there, we'll see what happens. So look what price did. It came and it hung out. It paid attention. It respected, then fair value gap candle up. That's when you stay out of the way. That's when you stay out of the way. You're either long or you're flat. Flat is perfectly fine. There's many traders that wish they would have been flat today. It's okay to be flat. Come back and fight tomorrow. Today was a very small day for me. I took this short here and I made like 1 point. And then these shorts up here were basically break even because what I did is I'd get into it and like this one, like I would get into it It would move my direction, and I kept my stop at 1 tick. I was treating it like a runner. What if that's where price actually reversed and price came back in? Great. So I treated these trades like they were runners with one little MES contract. One little MES contract. I'm not willing to risk a whole lot. I told the group on the Zoom this morning I'm only trading eval account. I will not trade funded accounts. Today, it's Monday, number one. Number two, it's Monday of CPI week. Okay. So what happens if you screwed up today? What happens if you were like, oh, I'm shorting, and you kept adding, and you messed up? What do? You return to basics. What is return to basics? One evaluation account. Trade one MES. Make $100 with one MES. Rebuild your discipline and start over from the beginning. Trade perfect core strategy. If you're in my group, trade perfect core strategy. Last week we were 25 for 25 trades. Today was 5 for 5. Actually, 5 for 5, 4 longs. So back to basics. And yes, price can keep going. I simply make it a rule after about the 7th ladder, I'm done. I'm just done. No big deal. There's easier days to trade. All day was long or flat. Now, when can you short? I made this post in my group. I said, when can you short? Well, there's 3 options. 1, you don't short in an uptrend. Your choice. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I will not short in an uptrend. The next thing is high time frame levels only, 30 minutes and higher. Well, today, this is going to relate to the strength of move right here. Today, we had some 30-minute levels. Like this was if I remember, that was a 30-minute level. I know there was other 30-minute levels. I forget exactly. But what happened is we did not get our typical bounce that we get off these 30-minute levels. And I remarked in the group this morning, what does that tell us about the strength of the move? That the move is powerful. So if the 30-minute levels are not getting a 15 to 25 point bounce, you'd better know there is strength in the move. Okay? Strength in the move. Man, I wish I'd have took that long. I was sitting there talking about it. I was like, oh, I'm not going to take it. And I should have took it. Jeez, it's okay. So CPI week. How did you like Monday? Not that great. The trade of the day was this trade here. The next trade would have been this trade right there, in my opinion. Both of those paid well. So when can you short? I'm so sorry. Let me go back to that real quick. When can you short? Either don't, or 2, high time frame levels only. 30 minutes and up with more than one confluence, okay? And then trade it small. Do not add to a loser. Do not move your stop loss. Know how to trade for a half loss if you need. And trade the smallest leverage possible, in my opinion. Because let's say I would have shorted this and price really started to come down. Are there places I could have added? Hopefully. And then just because I start with one contract doesn't mean I have to finish with one contract. Not at all. 30-minute trend line revisited. We just talked about it, how price was hugging it for a while, and then it went on its merry journey. So today was beautiful lessons in counter trading. So let me bring this over here. I want to make this floating. So let's talk about that. When can you short? When to short. And I should put this in uptrend. When should you short an uptrend? 1, never. 2, high time frame levels small. 3, shift in market structure. No time today was there a shift in market structure. Straight up. No time was there a shift in market structure today. So I told the group, I said, I gave them 2 things about when to short today. At a high time frame level, small, or if there's a shift in market structure. And I think it was Jackie who liked that post, because this is what you want to really look for, is the shift in market structure. That tells us something is breaking down. Is there any breakdown here? Absolutely not. Is there a shift in market structure? Absolutely not. I want to do another one of these little post-it notes. So, what do you do when you start over? One account, one MES, 100 points. You need to make 100 points. Perfect. Core strategy entries. Today was 5 for 5, right? Yes, today was 5 for 5. 5 for 5 trades, just core strategy. One of them was a short. I recommend probably not taking that. Here's this 30-minute trend line. Can you believe that we got there? I just can't believe how far price went today. But I said the pressure of the up move has been reduced. The market wants to go up. It's the year that market is probably going to go up. So shorts are fighting what the market wants to do. I hope you stayed safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Stay green, my friends, and to learn more about our group, go to microstrader.com.